How y'all doing, good people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. Hey guys, if you want to follow me when I'm not on YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box. Click on that Instagram link. It's Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link down in the description box. Give me a follow on Instagram and then send me a DM to let me know that you're rocking with me. I really would appreciate that. Second thing, get over to my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Check out those digital products that I handpicked to help you collapse timeframes and get to your pot of gold quicker, faster, sooner. So if you want to get to your pot of gold quicker, faster, and sooner, get over to my website, check out those fantastic financial digital products that I handpicked just for you guys, right? Also consider joining the private mentorship club. We have the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Guys, if you want to be a part of that, through my website, click on that membership button or that join button and join this fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We've been doing it for 3 months. We already have over 750 people in our community. It's going to be 1,000 people here soon. Why? Because we are helping one another get to our pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So if you want to be a part of that group, get over to the website. Join today. Don't delay. Join today. Last thing, and then we're going to dive into this meat and potatoes. Moomoo, my self-directed brokerage app that I use to build wealth, to buy paper assets, to buy Nvidia, to buy the Magnificent Seven, to buy SPLG, FTEC, and Tesla, and Chipotle, and Broadcom, and Visa. This is the brokerage app I'm gonna be using over the next 10 years to quadruple my net worth. You wanna be a part of that, get down in the description box for that first link, which is the Moomoo link. Click on it. The good folks at Moomoo are going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a new Moomoo brokerage account. You put $100 in your new brokerage account, you qualify for 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in your new brokerage account, you qualify for 15 free stocks. Don't delay, act today. Start building your wealth today. It's imperative that you get started, because what we're going to talk about tonight for about an hour is going to be critical that you have a brokerage account that you can trust, that you can do fractional share trading, that you can do automatic investing, that you can do automatic investing of your dividends. It's critical that you have a brokerage account that you can rely on. And I believe, at least according to my opinion, Moomoo is definitely one you can rely on. So get down to the description box, click on the Moomoo link, get yourself started today. Don't delay. Get started today. And if you don't know how to use the app, send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link in the description box. Send me an email. Richard, I opened my Moomoo account. I funded it. I need to learn how to use this thing because I have to get to my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I believe paper assets can help me get there. And I'm going to send you some tutorial videos, walk you through fractional share trading, walk you through all the basics to use that brokerage app. A lot of your full service brokerage apps, guys, will not let you do fractional share trading. They won't. So if you need fractional share trading where all of your money is in the market 365 days a year through fractional share trading, that's the best way to do it for a lot of us. We do not want to have money sitting on the sideline because we don't have enough to buy a whole share. You need to have every cent in the market 365 days in order to take advantage of what we're getting ready to talk about. So again, send me the email, let me know you've opened it, and I'll send you those tutorial videos, and I'll send you my wealth transfer blueprint 1.0, 2.0 videos outlining everything I'm buying. All right, let's get going because we ain't got long. Let me set the stage for you. This morning, for those of you that were in my 9:30 a.m. live stream, I had to start an hour early because I had some business I needed to take care of. But normally it's at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time every morning. We'll be back on that schedule tomorrow morning. But in that conversation this morning, we talked about Nvidia. We talked about the propaganda that is starting to ramp itself up. I mean, guys, it's so much propaganda out here, and it's all designed to do what? Make you afraid. That's it. It's all designed to manipulate you. I don't care what they say. It's manipulation. Why? Because we're in a continuous bull market, guys. The stock market is a continuous bull market. It never stops going up. Now, here's what it will do, though. It will have a period of what? Consolidation and correction. That is already built into the stock market. It does it all the time. That is no reason to panic, though, especially when you know, take off your emotional thinking cap now, put on the logical thinking cap. If you know anything about investments, if you know anything about the stock market, you'll know ever since you can remember, it's always went up after a period of correction and consolidation. Am I wrong? Somebody, well, I don't have a live chat, so somebody can't tell me. But in the comment box, tell me I'm wrong. Please, somebody in the comment box, tell me I'm wrong about the stock market. So what is all this propaganda and this confusion about we starting to hear now? Like we ain't been here before. Guys, y'all know we done been here before. See, this is what the 1% want to do. They want you to be confused, dazed. They don't want you to look back at the past. Just go look back at the past in 2022. We've been here before. Matter of fact, 2022 was worse than it is now. Way worse. And guess what we did in 1 year? When that period of correction and consolidation had ended, what did this continuous bull market do? Went to the moon. In the last 9 weeks of 2023, we had the greatest run in the history of the stock market. Coming off of what? A period of consolidation and correction. But see, 1% don't want y'all to think about that. They don't want you to remember that. The only thing they want to do is scare you to panic sell, to keep you on the sideline, keep your money in the money market. Look, guys, keep it in the money market. This is not the right time to buy. Why do they do that? Because they're gobbling up all the shares right now, quietly. While they got you in panic mode, they in buying mode. You in panic sell mode, they in panic buying mode. But you got to understand that. See, you got to understand that. You got to take your emotional thinking cap off and put on the logical thinking cap. Think about it. Think about it. Think about where we were in 2022. Way worse than it is today. Hey guys, here's the situation. Let me just break it down to you. Nvidia is 15% off. It's $140 post-split highest price. I'm talking about post-split. On June 10th, it split 120. It ran up to 140 very quickly. Within 10 days, it was at 140. Since then, it's retreated some. It fell. Now it's down about 15%. Go back and look at their history, guys. They've been down way more than that. They were down way more than that in 2022. They were down way more than 22%. And guess what they did? In May of 2022, pre-split, they were trading at $190 a share. May of 2024, they were trading at $1,100, $1,200 a share. 2 years. Same company, same products. What changed? Nothing. It's all propaganda. Give you another one, S&P 500. If you didn't know better, you would think the S&P 500 has lost 30% of its value. That's the propaganda they're pumping in at you right now. So you can panic sell and stay on the sideline. Guess what? S&P ain't even down 3% from its all-time high this year, which is 5,669 points. That's the all-time high. It's 3% off of that as of close today. But they want you to think it's 30% because that's the propaganda machine pumping into your emotion. Most of us live our whole life in an emotion state. We never are logical. I don't care if it's from your politics, to dealing with your children, to dealing with your relationships, to dealing with your money. You're always in emotional thinking cap space. Guys, you got to take that off sometimes. I get it. I'm emotional sometimes too, but I can't live in the emotional all 365 days of my year. I got to put on my logical thinking cap, especially when I'm trying to build wealth. And think about this. Think about the stock market. When have we ever in the history of the stock market had a period of correction and consolidation and we didn't come back bigger, stronger, better, and faster? And guess who got the rewards? Guess who got the spoils? Guess who got the spoils? Somebody tell me who got the spoils. Who got the spoils in those periods of correction and consolidation? Who won? Who got the spoils? The brave. The people who said, I'm not going to listen to this. I know the company that I'm invested in is a great company. Nothing has changed with my company. Nothing has changed with my ETF. I'm going to stay the course and I'm going to do the reverse of what they really want me to do. What they really want me to do right now is sell. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to buy. That's what they don't want y'all to do. See, they don't want you to know that. See, what they want you to do, like I said this morning, is they want you to do the opposite of what they do. See, right now, they're buying, but they want you to sell, right? Let me take you back. Let me just rewind a little bit and make my point. Think about 2022. Propaganda machine was full force. Plus, the market was dropping. S&P off by 22%. See, that's a real correction right there. Yeah, S&P was off by 22% negative 22%. And guess what I was doing? I was still buying, dollar cost averaging in, even at the negative 22%. Because see, I know what the stock market is. It's a continuous bull market. And from time to time, you have a period of correction, a period of consolidation, AKA bear market inside of the continuous bull market. But they don't want you to know that. See, if you know that information, you become too powerful. If you know that information, at some point you gain your independence from them. They do not want you to have any independence. They want you to be dependent on them. They want to keep you dumb and blind, broke and poor. That's where they want to keep you in the matrix, thinking you own everything, but you own nothing. That's the game, guys. This is the game. If you know the rules to the financial game in this country, you can win. You can play and win, but you got to know the rules. What are the rules? Whatever they tell you not to do, do the opposite. That's what I do, especially when it comes to the stock market. Pretty much any aspect of my life. They tell me not to do something, I do the opposite. Because normally when they're trying to tell me to do something, they're trying to manipulate me into doing what they want me to do for them. That's what it is. It's never about you. You got to understand the 1% is never about you. It's always about them. But they use mainstream media. They use social media. They use radio media. They use your favorite personalities, your favorite celebrities. Do you remember back in 2021, 22, when was it, where the crypto exchange, FTX. Remember they were using all the A-list celebrities to do their commercials? Remember they used Tom Brady. Remember they used Shaq, the weird dude from HBO. What his name? I can't remember his name. I can't remember. Y'all know who it is. The guy from HBO, do the thing on HBO. I can't remember his name, but him. They also had your boy Matt Damon. Y'all know Matt Damon, top level, A-list celebrity. Had all of them, right? They don't know nothing about crypto, but they own TV telling you crypto the greatest thing since sliced bread. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This is how they manipulate you, though. And then all of a sudden, what happens? You got 4, 5, 6, next year, you got 4, 5, 6 crypto exchanges, crypto lenders file for bankruptcy, including FTX. Matter of fact, I think that guy went to jail. See what I'm telling y'all? This is the propaganda, though. See, when they telling you to do something, you do the opposite. Now, I can't, let me reel that back in. I can't tell y'all what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not trying to tell you not to listen to them. I'm telling you what I do. What I do is when they tell me something and they keep trying to pound it home, I do the opposite because I know it's manipulation. Same thing with crypto. When they had all them stars pitching crypto, I said, these people don't even know nothing about crypto. They just got a big check. They don't know nothing about crypto. I guarantee you 50% of their assets ain't in crypto. They probably didn't even own any crypto, guys. But this is how they manipulate us. Because they know if my favorite celebrity is talking about it, I gotta do it. I trust them. Even though your favorite celebrity don't know nothing about crypto. See what I'm saying? Same thing here. Now, I get it. You got a lot of talking heads. You got a lot of people on TV. You got a lot of people on YouTube. You got a lot of people on TikTok telling you different things. What you got to do is go to your inner place and say to yourself, do I believe in this company? Has anything materially changed with this company over the last 2 weeks, month, 6 months? Is this company having problems that they are responsible for? Or is this something that they can't control? Or is this something they can control? See, you got to have that conversation with yourself. They don't want you to have that conversation. Why? They want to write the narrative for you. They want to think for you, but you think you're thinking. But it ain't really you. It's them inside of your filter system. Why? Because you're watching them all day long. See, a lot of y'all think, oh no, I just watch them. I don't listen to that. But your subconscious is listening. Maybe on a conscious level, you may not be listening or think you're not listening, but your subconscious is listening. See, that's where a lot of these thoughts come from, guys. And y'all be like, what in the world that thought came from? I don't know where that came from. That came from your subconscious. That's right. And they know that. That's why they keep pumping that propaganda at you, because they know eventually your subconscious is going to pick it up. And whatever's in your subconscious normally trickles up to your conscious. Before you even know it, you done freaked out. I'm telling you guys, please, don't allow these people to manipulate you. I'm not telling you the stock market won't continue going down. I'm not telling you Nvidia won't continue going down. It's natural. It's part of this continuous bull market, guys. It's going to go down sometimes. But one thing I do know, when it does correct itself, when we're out of that period of correction and consolidation and we're back to the going to the moon, when it go, it go. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, guys. See, so for me, a guy like me, what am I waiting on? 7/31/2024. Why is that date so important to Richard Fain? Because that's when the Nvidia's Q2 will be done. Now, you already, if you're paying attention, they even going as far. Here's the propaganda for you. They're even as going far as some people are trying to leak that Nvidia's second quarter numbers are lackluster. You even starting to hear a little bit of that. Guys, I'm telling you, man, listen, I don't work for Nvidia. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a trained stock analyst. I have nothing in my equipment repertoire other than my iPhone 13 Pro. So I got no technology background, I can barely turn on my MacBook Pro. Barely. Barely turn on the iPhone. But I've been building wealth for 30 years. Real estate for income, stock market, businesses. 30 years. And I'm telling you, you find good, strong assets and you hold on to them. And when times get tough or when the market goes down and you take that cash you have on the sideline and you buy more of those good assets, and at some point they go back up. That's been consistent for 30 years. I don't care what, stock market, real estate, both of those two. Both of those two. If you buy real estate in where people have a desire to live, I don't care how high the interest rates are. Somebody gonna buy it. Somebody gonna be able to afford it because they want to live in that area. Guess what? 30-year fixed rate mortgage rates dipped a little bit. I mean, just a little bit they dipped. What happened? Application shot up. I keep telling y'all guys, you gotta stop being manipulated by the 1%. I told y'all months ago, if you're gonna buy real estate for income, your best time to buy is right now when interest rates are high, because you got less competition. You can go, I don't care what the owner is asking for. It's only worth what I'm willing to pay you, sir. Nobody else is willing to pay you this or you would have sold the property already. The worst time to buy real estate is when interest rates are low and everybody in the cat can borrow money to buy more house than they can afford when interest rates go up. That's the worst time to buy. So this week, you saw a little bit of drop in interest rates, 30-year fixed rate mortgage, and what's happening? Applications go through the roof. People are just waiting. They can't wait. Right. So what's going on with stocks? We're in a period of correction and consolidation right now. But again, not a big one. As I mentioned, the S&P is about 3% off its all-time high this year. That's not a correction. 3% is not a correction, guys. 10, 15, 20, that's a correction. Nvidia, 15% off the post-split 140 all-time high. I don't think that's a correction for me. That's a discount. That's a discount. Now, will it go lower next week? Guys, there's a chance it could go lower. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but if you're not built for this, sell it and move on to something you built for. You got to be built for building wealth, guys, especially in the stock market. If you want big reward, you're going to take on big risks. If you're not built for it, sell. Get out of it. Go, sell, get out. If you're not built for this. But if you're built for it and you're in the right assets, when this thing come roaring back, and it will, why? Because history says it has to. There's never been a time where we've had a period of correction and consolidation that we didn't come back bigger, faster, and stronger. Give me one time in the modern stock market we haven't. We always have. Always. 2022. We came back in about a year, and a half. We went to all-time highs, the greatest 9-week run in the history of the stock market, in my opinion. Think about 2020. Pandemic breaks out. 60 days of horror on the pandemic side and in the stock market. Crash 35% in 60 days. Guess what happened though in May, in June? The recovery started. And by the end of 2021, all-time highs in everything. Everything. Okay, let's go back to 2008. Matter of fact, go back to 2018. Tail end of 2018, boom, we hit a correction. Tail end of 2018. Right in December of 2018, we hit a correction. Boom. By 19, we were out of it, headed higher. Go back to 2008. By 2010, we were starting to march back to higher. Just saying, man. Apple from 2010 to 2010 to 2024, 10x the value of its company. This is what Apple did. Oh, we'll never recover from 2008. It'll never be the same. The stock market will never come back. Housing will never come back. Yeah, okay, right. I keep telling y'all, it's all propaganda, guys. These people know this stuff coming back. It has to, or why would it exist? You gotta ask yourself that. Why would the stock market exist if it ain't gonna come back and make more money for people? Why would you even keep it around? Why would it exist? It wouldn't have a purpose. The whole purpose of the stock market is to go up so people can make money. Now, I'm not gonna go as far as saying it's a Ponzi scheme, but some characteristics. Got some characteristics. A legal Ponzi scheme, basically. It's legal. It just goes up, and every now and then it falls down. And then it goes up higher, and then it'll fall down a little bit lower. And then it'll go higher again, and it'll fall a little lower. And then it'll go back again. That's the stock market, guys. Now, every now and then, will a company go to zero? Sure. But that's just part of it. That's part of the stock market. Every company can't make it. That's why you need to know who you're putting your money in. Every company is not going to make it in the AI boom. You got some people saying Nvidia ain't going to make it. Now, is that a possibility? Absolutely it is. That's why I say if you're not built for this, get yourself out. Go put your money in some CDs at your local bank and get you some FDIC protection so you can sleep at night. Because you got to be built for this. You want a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times 10x your net worth? Oh, you think you're going to pay the price? You think you're going to have some sleepless nights? You think you're not going to take on risks? If you want a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10x your net worth, yeah, you're going to take risks, man. That's part of it. So if you're not built for it, take your money out of the stock market, put it in your bank, put it in your money market, put it in your CDs, and go live the rest of your life in peace. Because if you're over here in this big boy game, this big girl game, because that's what it is, guys. But if you know the rules, you can play. If you know the rules, you can play. If you don't know the rules, you need to keep your money in the bank. Keep it in your money market. Keep it in your CDs. Go buy a U.S. Treasury bond. But if you know these rules, like I said, if you know the rules, you got yourself a chance to do something extraordinary with these companies. Y'all know I love the Magnificent Seven. Y'all know I love SPLG, my S&P 500 ETF. Y'all know I love FTEC, which is my information technology ETF. All of them have taken a little hit. All of them. They've all taken a hit. But that's okay. I keep buying more. I keep buying more because I know it's a temporary consolidation and correction inside of a continuous bull market, AKA stock market. 1% don't want you to know that. So let's take a look at some of the things that happen in the market today from the experts. Let's listen to some of the experts. See what they got to say here. Dow tumbles more than 370 points, but just yesterday it was over 41,000. This is what I'm telling you guys. This is the propaganda, right? I mean, how much can change in 24 hours? How can you add 700 points one day and you lose 370 the next day? I mean, what happens in 24 hours to a company? I mean, how can the 30 companies in the Dow go bad in 24 hours? I mean, how? This is what I'm telling you, though. S&P posts worst week since April as investors dump big tech. See how they keep on harping on big tech? Because they know big tech is fueling all this thing. And the only way to cool this thing off is you gotta downgrade big tech. You gotta talk big tech down. That's the only way we cool this thing off. And again, guys, AKA, we need to cool off the stock market every now and then. We do. We need a period of correction and consolidation. But that's already built into this continuous bull market, AKA stock market. We have to have a period of correction and consolidation. That's what makes our stock market healthy. And that's what makes it us able to continue to go higher. If we never had a period of consolidation and correction, guys, we couldn't go higher. We need that. The market needs it. The problem is sometimes is what? Artificially started. And I get it. Right? I get it. So here we go. Stocks retreated Friday as Wall Street wrapped up the week defined by a rotation out of this year's mega cap winners in favor of smaller names. What smaller names? Who are the smaller names? I've not seen anybody mention any smaller names in any of these articles. They say that every day. Oh, they're rotating out of big cap into small cap. But I don't know who any of these companies are. Oh, they're cyclical companies that are cyclical. Companies that do well in low interest rate environments. I get it. You get into these companies before interest rates drop. That way you're already at them at a low price per share. Once interest rates drop, they go to the moon, you make money. I get it. The stock market investing 101, I get it. I understand that. But why not tell people who they are? Who are these companies? I don't know. Maybe y'all know. I don't know who these companies are. S&P 500 dropped 0.71, closing at 55.05. We do know the all-time high this year was 56.69. Do the math. It's less than a 3% correction right now. That doesn't mean it doesn't drop more next week, guys. It could get itself all the way up to 10% correction. It could get to 20% correction. Who knows? The good news is it won't stay there. It never has. It never has, and it never will, as long as we have a stock market, right? It may drop 10, 15, 20% some point this year. It may not, but if it does, we already know it will come back, and it will come back stronger. We know that. So all I'm telling you is calm down, take a look at the portfolio. If you need to reallocate, get out of some things, get into other things, do it. But it's the same stock market that builds trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars worth of wealth for people every day across the globe. It's the same stock market. So don't be manipulated into panic selling and missing your blessing. Don't miss your blessing. All I'm telling you to do is sit down, take a look at your portfolio, and really ask yourself, do I believe in this company? Do I believe in this ETF? And if the answer is no, sell it. Get out of it. Find something that you can believe in. Because if you're going to do this thing long term, you got to believe in what you're doing, guys. It ain't good enough. Oh, the guy I listen on YouTube believe in it. Oh, the guy on TikTok believe in it. No, that's not good enough. You got to believe in it. And if you don't, you ain't built for it. Get out of it. Period. There's no sense to you sitting here struggling every day mentally because you're not built for this. Because this thing could get worse before it gets better. It could get worse before it gets better, guys. But you got to be built for this and prepared for it and understand the cycles of the stock market. We will have periods of corrections and consolidations. That's part of the stock market, guys. That doesn't mean these are bad companies. That doesn't mean Nvidia is a bad company. It's an incredible company. And I think it will continue to be an incredible company. And until the numbers tell me different, I'm going to keep my money in it. When the numbers tell me different, the earning reports tell me different, that's a different story. Then I got to find something that can get me what I need. But until the numbers tell me different, I'm not going to listen to the propaganda. I'm going to buy the dip. Because that's really, you make the real wealth is when you buy the dip. That's the real wealth. You buy the dip and you wait. You're patient. You buy the dip and you wait. And you be patient. and wait for this next period of prosperity to come back to the stock market, which it will, because that's the whole purpose of the stock market, right? The whole purpose is for prosperity. The purpose of the stock market is not for people to just lose money, guys. It wouldn't be a stock market. You do know that, right? That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of the stock market is to make money. That's the purpose of it. It has been for 400 years. Now, whether you're willing to stay in it long enough to make money, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. Whether you are willing to be patient, do the fundamentals, be patient, that's a different story. Because, of course, in our country, we have very little patience. We have very little discipline, and we are very inconsistent. That's why a lot of us lose money. We bail out on the investment too soon. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not bailing out on mine. Only time I'm gonna bail out on any of my investments if they show me that from a business performance standpoint, they've deteriorated. Then I bail out. I'm a parachute out. Before the plane hit the ground, I'm a parachute out. I already got my parachute. It's back there in the room. All I gotta do is put it on. Keep the parachute. Keep me a couple parachutes so I can parachute out this thing. If the plane getting ready to hit the ground, I'm parachuting out. But right now ain't the time for me to parachute out because ain't nothing wrong with my companies. Nothing. Nothing. All right? This is all a manipulation game by the 1% to short stocks, make money on the way down, and then they're gonna make money on the way up. They're gonna get it both ways. This is why they control this is why they control 99% of the wealth, and we control 1. We control 1 because we panic, we inconsistent, we're not disciplined, and we easily manipulate it. Right? They manipulate us through the media, like I've been telling you, through your favorite people that you listen to. This is what they do. They know that. How you need to get yourself out of that is you need to start thinking for yourself. You need to stop listening to these people who are pumping in garbage into your filter system. Now, again, I told you on the stock thing what you need to do. You need to sit down and look at your portfolio. And if you don't believe in these companies, get out. That's the best advice I can give you. If you don't believe in them, get yourself out and go put your money in something that you do believe in. Please don't keep your money in stuff you don't believe in, guys. Everything I got my money in, I believe in, until it proves that it's not worth me believing in anymore. And right now, that hadn't happened. I'm going to stay the course, keep buying the dip like I've been doing. And I said this week, picked up 3,650 shares of Nvidia. Another big tranche of money I put into it because I believe in it. I would have never made that investment. I just would have kept the investment that I had. I wouldn't have put more money in if I didn't believe in it. I believe in this company. But that don't mean it won't go down on Monday morning. It won't go down further. It could. You got some people out here saying it'll go down to $90 a share. I don't know if it will or not, guys. But I can tell you what, if it does, yeah, we're gonna find out what you're built of. We're gonna find out what you're made out of if it go down to $90 a share. We're gonna find out who is made of what if it get that low. I don't think it will, but who knows? The question is, do you believe this company can right-size itself and get to a point where it can multiply your net worth? That's what you got to ask yourself, guys. This weekend, please have that conversation with yourself. Sit down and look at your portfolio. Go company by company. Go ETF by ETF. And figure out, do you believe in this stuff? And if you don't, you have a decision to make. Personally, I would not put my money in something that I didn't totally believe could change my financial life. Or what's the point? I'd rather put my money in a CD at the bank and get 2% return and go to sleep at night and not have to worry about it. if that's keeping me up. But I go to sleep just fine. I don't worry about that. Now, if there comes a time where I need to worry about it, guess what I'm going to do? I ain't going to worry very long. I'm just going to sell it. Oh, it's falling. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Soon as I get the first little bit of doubt, I'm cashing out. And I will be on this YouTube channel telling y'all that. As soon as I get a sniff of doubt, I'm cashing out. Because at that point, I'm not built for this anymore. And if I ain't built for it, I gotta get my money out. I need to go to bed at night. I need to sleep. I don't need to stress myself out, run my blood pressure up. Money ain't worth that much. It just ain't worth it. So look at your portfolios this weekend, guys. Every stock, every ETF. Look at them. Every index fund, every mutual fund. Look at them. Look at each one of them long and hard and ask yourself this question: do I still believe in them? And if you do, stay the course. Because you know, at some point, this thing will correct itself. I don't know when. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But one thing I do know about the stock market, it will correct itself at some point. I just don't know when. So personally, I'll do the same thing that I'm asking you to consider. I'm going to look at my entire portfolio. I'm going to look at how I got it allocated, and am I comfortable with my allocations? Now, the thing that helps me sleep at night, guys, is I keep a big part of my net worth on the sideline in cash. At my little at my bank, I keep it there. And the reason I keep it there is so that I can go to sleep at night. Oh, you're not getting a big money market rate? Nope, don't want it. I'm not putting all my money in some online bank that ain't got no place I can go in and sit down and talk to somebody. I ain't putting my money nowhere like that. So where my money is, I can go right into somebody's office and sit down and talk to them. I don't want nothing about email us. Oh, give us a call. Oh, sorry. You got to wait for an hour and a half. Leave your phone number. We'll call you back. Nope. I don't need that in my life. Not with my reserve money. So I keep a level of money on the sideline so that I can weather these storms and feel safe and secure knowing that I can keep my lights on, keep gas in my cars, keep food in my refrigerator, right? Pay my mortgage. I keep 2 years worth of income, 2 years worth of my expenses on the sideline all the time. So I know if I got to weather this storm for a year or two until this thing right sizes itself, I'm okay with that. You got to figure out what's the right amount of money you need to have in your emergency fund, guys. We all should have one. We should not have every dime to our name in the stock market. You shouldn't. You should never have all your money in the stock market. That's my opinion. You do whatever you want to do. It's your financial plan. But my recommendation is not have all your money in there. Have a level of money spread around. Maybe you got it at the bank in some CDs. Maybe you got it in a money market. And but you got enough in there building wealth based on your plan. You've already calculated, okay, I need to put in $25,000 a year. If I do that $25,000 a year for the next 10 years, I can get me at least a 8 to 10% return over that next 10 years on that 25K. Yeah, I can build my net worth to what I need to. Everything else I'm gonna keep on the sideline. That's how you should be strategic in planning, guys. Anybody you listening to talking about, oh, your emergency fund, you should be, why would you should be investing in your emergency fund too. I wouldn't listen to that person. I wouldn't, especially not in this volatility we're in right now. If your little emergency fund in there is down, more than likely. Not in all cases, because I still don't believe this is a full correction. Or it's a mini one. It's not a full one, because a full one would be the entire stock market. But there are still companies out there that are positive. There's still companies out there that are positive, doing great. So we're not in a full correction. Not that we can't go to one. We could. I mean, if this propaganda machine continues going, we probably will, because they're going to force one. They're not going to naturally let one happen. They typically force these things, guys. Typically with the stock market, it don't naturally happen unless something happens to our economy, unless we get a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Unless we get a pandemic or something like that. But normally, it's self-inflicted, right? It's some level of manipulation going on right now in the stock market. And it's by the 1%, of course. So they got a level of manipulation going on right now. And the reason I know it's something funny going on, because Nancy Pelosi ain't sold her 10,000 shares of Nvidia yet. Has she? So if something was really majorly wrong with that company, you think that lady still have 10,000 shares of Nvidia right now? I don't think she would. I think she would have hit the cord on the parachute and parachuted out of this thing by now. But she haven't. So is this real? Or is this just some little fairy dust they trying to put on your forehead to make you think, you know how it is. They did, Listen, do that exercise that I asked you to consider. Do that exercise, see exactly what you think about these companies that you got yourself invested in. What do you think about these ETFs you got yourself invested in? Please, guys, do this. Do this before Monday. Now, for those of you guys that says, hey, Richard, I've done that, I'm good to go. I'm going to keep buying Nvidia. Here's what I would ask you to consider. Think about 7/31/24. Q2 numbers, they'll be in the rearview mirror. We'll have the second quarter done. August 15th, Money Day. Money Day. August 15th is Money Day. So here's the thing, for those of you who are built for this and who will consider buying more, buying the dip, watch where this stock goes and other stocks that you're interested in. See where they go. But I'm more interested right now in Nvidia. So my job and my goal is to get more shares before 7/31. Because I know once 7/31 hits, then really, guys, I'm just hanging my hat on August 15th. Crossing my fingers that they're going to come out with beat expectations on everything. From revenue to net income to net profit margin, all of that. I'm going to have my fingers crossed, because if that happens, all of this that I've been buying right now is going up. That's my opinion. I don't have no crystal ball. I don't know that to be true. It's a prediction. So for those of you who built for this, who've been buying Nvidia, and you're going to continue buying the dip, I think our catalyst, again, is going to be August 15th. Now, we may get some help from the Federal Reserve. Nobody believes the Federal Reserve will reduce rates by 25 basis points in July 30-31 meeting. Nobody believes that. I think there's a 5% chance. So that's pretty much a nothing burger, right? That's pretty much a nothing burger. It's not going to happen. But we don't know. Hey, let me tell you what's just as good as a 25 basis point rate drop. Know what is just as good as that? Them coming out on July 31st, Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell coming out on July 31st saying, hey, we've had 3 months PCE, we've had 3 months CPI. We see a softening in the labor market because what we've seen over the last several months. We see a slight contraction in the economy. We're not growing at 2%. We're about 1.5% through 6 months. We see a direct pathway in September to potentially lowering rates. If we get that, that's just as good as a 25% rate bump, a drop. That's just as good as a 25% rate drop. If we get that kind of type of guidance, forward guidance, if we get that, it's over. So until the 31st, you're going to have propaganda, continue to drop propaganda on mega cap stocks, Mag 7, semiconductor stocks. They're going to continue to pound it. Why? Because they're making money right now. They want to drive these stock prices as low as they can drive them, guys. They want to drive them as low as they can drive them because they know if Nvidia comes out on August 15th with big numbers, it's over for them. Everything will start going back up. That's all it takes. And they know that. So they're going to hammer this thing until 731, guys. I'm just letting you know. Don't be surprised if you see Nvidia even drop further. Don't be surprised. Because until 731 ends and we can get some sense of what this company has done in Q2, I don't think the stock price is going to go up very high. That's just my personal opinion. I have no idea if it will or not, but that's my personal opinion. So all I can tell you to do is if you're built for this, you've been buying this stock, you want to continue buying the dip, take a look at it, take a strong look at the company, go look at the financials again, make sure you got a good understanding of what the products that they have in the pipeline for 25, 26, you got a good understanding of how do we go from 60 billion to 120 billion. Here's how we get there, right? And those of you that don't know how to do that, then guess what? You need to plug in somewhere with somebody that does know how to do that. You need to plug in if you're going to buy this stock. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube, but I got 8,300 shares of this stock, and I'm going to be at 10,000 shares before 731. Yes, sir. So I'm all in. I'm going to do every piece of due diligence I can. That's why every single day I'm on this YouTube channel talking about it. Because I'm going to have 10,000 shares riding on this thing. It's a big chunk of money, guys. So I'm all in, but I'm okay with that. I can sleep at night. I believe in this company. I believe it can quadruple my net worth. I believe that. If there comes a time where I don't believe that, or if I had a shred of doubt that they can't, I'm going to sell it all, whether I take a loss or not. If I'm going to play in this big boy game, every now and then I'm going to get an L. I'm not looking to get an L, but I'm just saying I got to be prepared mentally. If I have to get an L, I get one. Right? I don't believe I will, though. I believe I'm going to get a big fat W because I play to win. I've always been a winner, and I ain't going to finna start being a loser now. But that doesn't mean this company won't change course. I can't control this company. I'm just a shareholder. I don't go to work in there every day and to make a difference like the employees that work there do. I don't. I'm just a shareholder. All I can do is sit back and hope they do well. But right now, I believe they will. So I'm going to stay where I'm at. As long as Nancy Pelosi ain't selling, I ain't selling. When Nancy Pelosi sell, then I'll sell. But I ain't selling till she sell. So if she parachute out, then that's my cue. Because see, I follow the 1%. So if she parachute out, I got to really seriously thinking about parachuting out too. Because she knows something I don't know. But until she sell, I'm going to hang in there and continue buying the dip. Continue watching this company. Hopefully we get good news on August 15th. Keep your fingers crossed. Couple more things and then we're going to get out of here. Friday's moves marked another day of declines across the board with the Russell 200 down 0.63%. Now that's the small caps. Even they were down today, right? But a shift toward names viewed as bigger beneficiaries of interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve, like small caps, still appears to be the theme of the week. I ain't heard name one of them small cap companies who benefit from lower rates yet. I ain't seen no article that named the companies. So it just makes me think something's funny. Why not name the companies? Or throw 2 or 3 of them out, something. I ain't heard that. All I hear is small cap. I ain't heard nothing else. No specific companies. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ slipped 1.97, 3.65 respectively, marking their biggest weekly losses since April. The tech-heavy NASDAQ also snapped a 6-week win streak. The stock market is experiencing a long overdue rotation. That's your period of correction and consolidation. You got to understand, guys, this is how the stock market works. The first 6 months of the year, it was gangbusters when it really shouldn't have been. And why do you say that, Richard? Because normally when interest rates are this high, the stock market doesn't typically perform this well. But since we had the tech and the AI and the Nvidias of the world and the rest of the semis killing numbers, FOMO and optimism took control of the stock market and took it to new heights, even in a high interest rate environment, which is uncharacteristic. Normally when rates are that high, assets are low. They go lower. So we were due for a period of correction. We were due for a period of consolidation, AKA rotation out of big boy blue chips, at least on the tech side, right? So that's what they're telling you here. The stock market is experiencing a long overdue rotation. Investors are taking money out of big tech stocks, which have performed so well, and moving that money into other areas of the market. That's healthy for the stock market, guys. These guys ain't gonna be in tech forever. They rotate out, they make their money, they move it somewhere else, they rotate back in. But when they rotate back in, and you bought the dip, and it's good companies, when they ready to rotate back in, guess what happened to your stock? It going up. So that's all I'm telling you. You got to be familiar with what's happening here, right? A lot of manipulation, but there is some rotation out. Makes sense, right? I made a bunch of money. I'm a big hedge fund. I'm a big Wall Street firm. I made 50 billion in 6 months. Let's rotate out. Put them profits somewhere else, and then when we're ready, we'll rotate back in and make some more. That's what they do. They're not like us where they just stay in there for 10 years. They don't do that. They might be in there for 30 days and make billions of dollars and get out. Because they start with billions of dollars. We start with hundreds of dollars. It's different. We got to stay in longer because we start with a little bit of money. When they come in with a big old gigantic pile of money. Right? That's the difference. So here we go. Investors are taking money out of big tech stocks, which have performed so well, and moving that money into other areas of the market. That divergence has encouraged some Wall Street pros who had worried that the market rally was becoming too dependent on a handful of massive tech stocks. Bingo! See what I'm saying? See what it always comes. I told y'all that earlier. What was running this first 6 months of the year in the stock market? Tech, specifically Nvidia. Specifically, the other semis, specifically the Mag 7. That's what was running this whole thing the first 6 months of the year. It really shouldn't have been doing this because of rates being so high. But they defied the rates and ran it anyways. That's what they're telling you. So the market is saying, we got a gift. This shouldn't have never happened. Not with rates as high as they are. We got a gift. Let's get our money out of here. Take a pause. Go over here and look at some of these other companies, these other industries. Let's spend a little bit of time over there, and then we'll come back. I think they come back on August 15th, August 16th, when Nvidia comes out with the earnings. That's my opinion. I don't know what type of earnings it will be, but I got a good feeling it's going to be a good one. That don't mean it will, though. That doesn't mean it will. So let's finish up this thing, and then we out of here. That divergence has encouraged some Wall Street pros who had worried that the market rally was becoming too dependent on a handful of massive tech stocks. Meanwhile, rising optimism around forthcoming interest rate decreases from the Fed have bolstered smaller and more cyclical oriented names. They'll never name them, though. They'll never name them. A shift away from mega cap artificial intelligence beneficiaries can explain the NASDAQ's underperformance this week. Similarly, the information technology sector, led by the broad S&P 500, lower with a 5.1% drop. The headline is, these are down, with some of the momentum stocks getting hit. But the breath under the surface these last 2 weeks has been absolutely spectacular. Now, of course, you guys know we got this something with this CrowdStrike. Their stock tumbled 11.1%. impacted businesses. So it was a major, so CrowdStrike tumbled 11.1% following a major information technology outage that impacted businesses around the world. The New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ both said trading did not appear affected. But that little scare is scaring people too. Oh my God, this technology stuff. We can't put everything in that, because see what happened today? So that also spooked people and made them sell off today too. This whole information technology, scared by this company, CrowdStrike. They lost 11% of their value, stock value, one day. Will they come back? Sure. But that might be something to put on your short list for next week. Check out that company. They're on sale by 11%. Well, all right, guys, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me for this hour. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully I was able to shed a little light on what my feelings are, what's happening in the stock market. Hopefully for some of y'all, I've calmed you down a little bit. You've put on the logical thinking cap. And then for some of y'all who just don't believe in this stuff and you're not built for it and you just don't believe in these companies and you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, you may want to think about the exit door. I don't know. You got to make that decision. You may want to think about the exit door if you're not built for this. If it's causing problems in your life, anxiety, you can't sleep, it's not worth it. Put your money in a CD, put it in your money market, and go to sleep. Get you some rest, because it ain't worth it, right? It's not worth losing your health over something that you really don't believe in, right? You got to be built for this. You got to believe in it. You got to believe in these companies. You got to believe in the ETFs. As long as there's no business performance problems, it'll come back. It'll come back. So if you want up to 15 free stocks, get down to the description box and click on that Moomoo link. That's my self-directed brokerage app that I'm going to be using over the next 10 years to quadruple my net worth, buying these paper assets that I just got through talking about. If you want to join me on that journey and get yourself up to 15 free stocks, go down to the description box, click on the Moomoo link. When you put $100 initially in your new brokerage account, you qualify for 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in your brokerage account initially. When you open the account, you qualify for 15 free stocks, publicly traded companies. So they're going to give you these free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. That's the one that I use. So if you want to rock with me and you want to be able to have fractional share trading, automatic investing, automatic investment of your dividends so you can continue to compound and build wealth, get yourself down in that description box and click on that Moomoo link and get yourself signed up. Don't delay, act today. And by this weekend, you can already have started the transfer of your deposit into your account. And by Tuesday, you're locked and loaded. You're ready to go shopping, because we're probably going to be some discounts next week. We'll probably have discounts until 7/31/2024. By the time we get into August, the discounts, I believe, will start going away. But until then, we're going to have some discounts. So if you want to take advantage of the greatest wealth transfer over the next 10 years in American history, you got to have a reliable brokerage account. Get down in that description box and click on that Moomoo link and try it out. No guarantees, but try it out. That's only if you're built for it. You got to be built for it. If you're built for it and you don't mind a little bit of risk for some reward, try it out. Paper assets could be the right thing for you. It may not. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to buy, and I can't tell you when to sell. You got to make that decision. What I can tell you, though, is what my experiences have been. And you can take those experiences, add them to whatever you want to add them to, and make a decision, right? But if you want up to 15 free stocks, get down the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Let me know you opened that Moomoo account, but you need some training. I need some training, Richard. I didn't open this account, and I'm okay with that, but I need training. Then I'm going to send you some tutorial videos. I'll send you 2 of them. It'll walk you through the basic things you need to know to start buying paper assets. The good folks at Moomoo put these brokerage tutorials together. Not me. The good people at Moomoo did that. They got an extensive library on the app that you can go into and find out how to do anything you want to do. But I get it. Some people get intimidated by that. They don't know where to go. These videos will show you what to do. And all you got to do is keep rewatching them until you catch it. Once you catch it, it's pretty easy, right? But again, think about why you're doing this. Think about what you're trying to get accomplished. Understand it may take 3, 4, 5 years to do it, 10 years to do it. But you got to be built for that 3, 4, 5, 10 years, right? Listen, you get in, you buy in at 117 and go up to 125 and you feel like you made enough money, get out. That's all you got to do, right? But you still need a brokerage account. So get down in the description box and check on that moo for me. I really would appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. I'm out of here. It's Friday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I've done what I set out to do today, was give out information, and hopefully it was helpful. If it was, lock it in with a thumbs up. That's all you got to do. If you want to send me a nice little data boy, lock it in with a thumbs up. Lock it in with a thumbs up. If you want to just say, hey, Richard, thank you. Appreciate the heads up. I'm going to make my own decisions, but I appreciate the heads up. Lock it in with a thumbs up for me. I really would appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have some more news. I'll have some more information for you, and I hope you join me. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.